The coffin opens and terror reaches out from beyond the grave. As the twins of evil evoke the power of vampirism and witchcraft.
Twins of evil. They use the satanic power of their bodies to turn men and women into their blood slaves.
Twins of evil.
Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent.
It's the screen's thrill classic of all time.
The Phantom of the Opera.
Masterpiece of the macabre, in color.
The Phantom of the Opera.
Dracula has risen from the grave.
Boy, does he give a hickey.
Out of the darkness of the ancient past, out of the dust of centuries and the inscrutable silence of the unknown, come two new adventures in shock and suspense on one sensational motion picture program. The Mummy, plus Curse of the Undead.
Fear will freeze you when you face the Mummy.
It tears steel bars like paper.
It snaps men's spines like matchsticks.
It walks through bullets like a ghost. Wakened from the darkest tomb of the pharaohs, it stalks the earth with strangely human desires.
The Mummy.
And on the same program, Curse of the Undead.
The haunting story of a faceless fiend who drained the young and beautiful of life.
Together on one program, Curse of the Undead, and in chilling Technicolor,
The Mummy.
Sheer stark terror grips you in underwater 3D in Creature from the Black Lagoon.
The most terrifying monster of the ages rises from the sea, raging with pent-up passions.
Making every man his mortal enemy, every woman's beauty his prey.
Creature from the Black Lagoon, in 3D, starring Richard Carlson and Julie Adams.
Every horrifying scene leaps out of the screen right at you.
A Universal re-release, rated G.
See the top double thrill, double chill motion picture program of the year.
Curse of the Werewolf, in color. The harrowing story of the legendary half-man, half-wolf.
His evil beast blood demanded he kill.
Plus, The Shadow of the Cat, a shocking adventure into murder and psychotic fear.
Two terrifying hits together. Don't miss them.
The two most terrific names in screen evil. Together in one shock show. Horror of Frankenstein and Scars of Dracula. Your ticket entitles you to be frightened out of your wits at no extra charge. Horror of Frankenstein and Scars of Dracula. In color, rated R.
From the spine-chilling world of the living dead comes a never-to-be-forgotten combination of motion picture thrills.
Two great new terror hits on one sensational program at your movie theater.
Horror of Dracula,
Plus, The Thing That Couldn't Die.
Horror of Dracula.
Dracula, the terrifying lover who lusts for human blood.
Dracula, the human vampire who rises each night from his coffin bed to seek the rendezvous that alone can keep him alive.
Who will be the bride of Dracula tonight?
Horror of Dracula.
All new and in flaming Technicolor.
Plus this second thrill hit.
The Thing That Couldn't Die.
What is it, this head that lives without a body?
A monstrous thing that enslaves every woman, destroys every man who stares into its eyes.
See both on the same show.
Horror of Dracula
and The Thing That Couldn't Die.
No. Horror. No! Horror. Stop it! Horror. The ultimate in evil, the absolute in terror from the Shockmasters. Together in the same double shock show, Frankenstein Created Woman and The Mummy Shroud in dripping color.
If you think all vampires are ugly creatures of the night, then you are in for a shattering surprise. Lust for a vampire. Disciples of the Black Mass. Devils in female bodies whose embrace is the kiss of death for man or woman. Lust for a vampire. Released by American Continental Films in color. Rated R.
Paramount Pictures presents
a dual, ghoul, double, scream show.
Scream number 1.
Frankenstein and the monster from hell.
See the eeriest transplant in the history of horror. His brain came from a genius, his body from a killer, his soul came from hell.
It's the newest and most frightening Frankenstein ever filmed.
Scream number 2. Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter.
The only man alive feared by the walking dead, warn the night creatures and the blood moon. Captain Kronos is here!
Frankenstein and the monster from hell. Plus
Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter. All shock.
In color, both rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent.
Now scream!
Every once in a while, there is a special kind of horror film that becomes a horror classic. In 1931, it was Frankenstein. In 1932, it was Dracula. In 1971, it was Rosemary's Baby. In 1973, it was The Exorcist. And this year it is From Beyond the Grave. Secret worlds become public nightmares, where children's play toys are the devil's weapons. A truly terrifying motion picture, where death is just the beginning, and the grave is not just a resting place. And pleasant rooms become evil tombs. From Beyond the Grave, the horror picture you will remember all your life.
The most terrifying form of evil is that which lurks within the human mind.
This is Asylum, the incurably insane.
Asylum, the ultimate in horror. Asylum, the prison of madness, where few enter and none return. Asylum, filled with stark, raving terror, from Robert Bloch, author of Psycho. See Asylum. You have nothing to lose but your mind. Asylum, from Cinerama Releasing, rated PG. Parental guidance suggested.
Hey kids, woo! Looky what I got for you. A free Rasputin beard as you enter the theater to shiver at the greatest double scare pair anywhere. Rasputin the Mad Monk and the Reptile, both in color from 20th Century Fox. Look out, Street, here they come.
Listen to the flight of the vampire bat summoned from Hades to kill, to destroy.
See Kiss of the Vampire in color.
Hark, a film of tender love and the screams of vampire death. Now there's a powerful motion picture that rips at your emotions. The Vampire Lovers. It brings you beautiful love and vampire evil, and it'll drive your mind through 1,000 terror-filled moments. You'll hear whispers of warm desire become shrieks of chilling death. You'll taste the deadly passion of the vampire lovers and become a slave of the damned. You'll discover the sweet embrace and the deadly kiss of blood nymphs who refuse to die. The Vampire Lovers. It's in color, and it had to be rated R. Under 17 must be accompanied by a parent or adult guardian. Don't miss The Vampire Lovers.
Twins of Evil and Hands of the Ripper.
Double evil shock hits with the most fearsome females in horror history.
Twice the spine-chilling, heart-stopping terror.
Twins of Evil and Hands of the Ripper.
Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent.